Here is a comprehensive timeline outlining the presidency of Barack Obama, beginning with his first inauguration as the 44th President of the United States on January 20, 2009, and concluding on December 31, 2009. This period marks the early months of his administration, a time filled with significant legislative initiatives and establishment of his executive agenda. On January 20, 2009, Barack Obama was inaugurated as the 44th President of the United States during a historic ceremony held at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. The oath of office was administered by Chief Justice John Roberts, marking the official commencement of Obama's presidency. Immediately following the inauguration, Rahm Emanuel, Obama's chief of staff, issued an executive order to suspend a series of last-minute federal regulations that had been fast-tracked by the outgoing president, George W. Bush. This move was made to allow for a comprehensive review of all pending regulations, ensuring that new policies aligned with Obama's vision. On January 21st, President Obama took a significant step towards transparency in government by revoking an executive order, a measure that had been put in place by the Bush administration to restrict public access to presidential records. Later that evening, at precisely 7:35 p.m., he participated in a ceremonial retaking of the presidential oath of office, which was administered once again by Chief Justice John G. Roberts, this time in the presence of 4 print journalists. In an effort to promote openness, President Obama directed all agencies and departments under his administration to adopt the policy that favors Freedom of Information Act requests, thus reversing the prior approach established by former Attorney General John Ashcroft. Additionally, he signed an executive order titled Ethics Commitments by Executive Branch Personnel, which aimed to establish a strict limitation on hiring practices within the executive branch, ensuring that only qualified individuals were considered for employment. This order also imposed stringent restrictions on lobbyists' activities within the White House, reinforcing his commitment to ethical governance. On January 22nd, President Obama took significant steps toward reforming detention practices by signing an executive order aimed at closing the Guantanamo Bay detention camp within a year. This landmark decision reflects his commitment to transparency and human rights. Additionally, he established a clear prohibition on the use of torture and other illegal coercive interrogation techniques, including waterboarding. To ensure ethical conduct in the interrogation and detentions, Obama mandated that the Army Field Manual serve as the guiding document for all personnel involved. This move not only underscored the administration's dedication to upholding American values, but also sought to restore the nation's moral standing in the world. On January 23rd, President Obama took a significant step by lifting the funding ban that had previously restricted international organizations from offering abortion services or counseling, a policy commonly referred to as the gag rule or Mexico City policy. This reversal meant that groups involved in reproductive health could once again receive financial support to provide essential services to women in need. In addition to this policy change, President Obama also ordered 2 Predator drone airstrikes, marking the initiation of military operations under his administration. These airstrikes took place in Pakistan and were part of a broader strategy to address security threats in the region. The duality of these actions highlighted the complexities of his early presidency, balancing domestic policy shifts with international military engagements. Overall, January 23rd proved to be a pivotal day for both foreign aid and national security decisions. On January 24th, President Obama made his inaugural weekly Saturday morning video address available to the public through both whitehouse.gov and YouTube. This initiative mirrors the series of videos he released during his transition period before taking office. It has been compared to Franklin D. Roosevelt's iconic fireside chats, which aimed to connect directly with the American people. By utilizing modern technology and social media platforms, Obama sought to enhance transparency and communication between the government and citizens. These video addresses represent a commitment to keeping the public informed about his policies and priorities. Overall, the approach reflects a blend of historical precedent with contemporary tools for engagement. On January 26, President Obama took a significant step toward enhancing the nation's energy independence by signing his inaugural presidential memoranda. These directives tasked the U.S. Department of Transportation with the crucial responsibility of establishing more stringent fuel efficiency standards prior to the release of 2011 vehicle models. Additionally, the memoranda empowered states to implement emissions standards that exceed the national baseline. In a move to engage with the global community, that evening President Obama participated in his first formal interview as president, which was conducted by Al Arabiya. This interview marked an important moment in his administration as he sought to address international perspectives and foster dialogue. Overall, these actions highlighted his commitment to environmental responsibility and progressive energy policies from the very start of his presidency. On January 28, President Obama embarked on his inaugural visit to the Pentagon since assuming the presidency. During his significant trip, he engaged in discussions with Defense Secretary Robert Gates, seeking to understand the current defense landscape and military strategies. The meeting also included the Joint Chief of Staff who provided valuable insights into the challenges and priorities facing the U.S. Armed Forces. This visit marked an important step in establishing his administration's defense policies and fostering collaboration with military leaders. It underlined the president's commitment to national security issues as he sought to build a strong partnership with military officials. Overall, this engagement was pivotal in shaping the direction of U.S. defense initiatives under his leadership. On January 29th, President Obama took a significant step towards promoting equality in the workplace by signing his first piece of legislation, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act. This important law aims to ensure fair compensation for all individuals, irrespective of their sex, race, or age. The signing ceremony was notably attended by Lilly Ledbetter herself, who had famously filed a lawsuit against Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. For employment discrimination, she was joined by both Barack and Michelle Obama. In a parallel development, a military judge overseeing the case of Abd al-Rahim al-Nashiri at Guantanamo Bay dismissed the White House's request to halt military commission proceeding for a duration of 120 days, signaling a continued commitment to legal process despite political pressures. Both events reflect key moments in the administration's approach to justice and equality during Obama's presidency. On January 30th, President Obama took a significant step towards supporting the nation's hardworking families by signing a presidential memorandum. This action established the Middle Class Working Families Task Force, a new initiative designed to address the challenges faced by middle-class households. The task force will be spearheaded by Vice President Joe Biden, who is well known for his commitment to improving economic opportunities for everyday Americans. The goal of this initiative is to develop strategies and policies that will enhance the equality of life for working families across the country. With this memorandum, the Obama administration reaffirmed its dedication to fostering an economy that works for all, not just the privileged few. This initiative marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing effort to bolster the middle class and promote greater economic equality. On January 31st, President Obama delivered a speech at the esteemed Alpha Alpha Club's annual banquet. This highly anticipated event is known for bringing together influential figures from various sectors, including politics, business, and entertainment. Throughout his address, President Obama shared insights on pressing national issues and reflected on his administration's accomplishments. His presence at the banquet highlighted the importance of dialogue and collaboration among leaders. The evening served as both a celebration and an opportunity for networking. Attendees remarked on the significance of such gathering in fostering relationships and exchanging ideas. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Let me know what you thought in the comments below and if you have any suggestions for future videos. Check out these videos next for more great content, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome.